When Spider-Man freed the prisoners from an alien spaceship, he wasn't expecting to find love, but there she was, an alien warrior with a title that said it all, Rayleigh of the Wretched. She came from Kylo. Peter could tell she was nothing like the others. Some pretty disturbing ideals, but a brave warrior, willing to do whatever it took. For weeks, they traveled through space together with a makeshift crew, and Rayleigh couldn't figure Peter out. She didn't get why he'd risk his life for complete strangers. One day, Spidey had to fight in a gladiator match to get Rocket out of some debt, and right in the middle of the fight, he found out his suit was alive. Turns out it was a slave named Glitch. Without even thinking twice, Peter set him free, giving up all the power the suit gave him mid-battle, and Glitch stayed with them, sharing part of himself so Peter could keep fighting. After the match, Rayleigh confronted him in the ship's hallway. She asked why he'd given up being stronger just to free someone else. Peter told her it was the right thing to do, and then she kissed him. But she pulled back right away, apologizing for not asking first. Peter told her it was fine, and they kissed again. Days later, the two of them talked about what was going on between them. Rayleigh actually laughed when Peter tried telling her it wasn't a good time for something serious. She told him she didn't love him, because where she came from, vulnerability was weakness, and emotions were a luxury no one could afford. Plus, he was way too fragile for her, physically. Peter's response? There was a med bay right there on the ship. But right then, Nicodemu, a leader from Kylo, showed up out of nowhere. And when she saw Rayleigh, she humiliated her in front of Peter. Told him that just like he'd met the best of Kylo, now he was looking at the worst. Rayleigh froze. She didn't feel worthy of anything anymore and begged Peter to just leave her there. Peter snapped. He told Nicodemu he didn't care who she was or what connection she had to Hellgate. No one was gonna treat Rayleigh like that, not even telepathically. And while fighting off the monsters Nicodemu sent after them, Peter told Rayleigh a story from his childhood about an ex-military guy, a friend of Uncle Ben's, who did terrible things to kids in the neighborhood, and how Peter never said anything because he thought adults wouldn't believe him. And he still remembered the look on Uncle Ben's face when he found out Peter knew all along and never said a word. That shame ate him alive, knowing he could have done something about it and didn't even try. As the monster started to overwhelm him, he said he never wanted to feel like that again. And that's when Rayleigh stood up. She fought back and saved Peter, who could barely stay on his feet. After that, they spent their nights together in a hammock on the ship. Peter told her about Earth, about Times Square, and the hundreds of ice cream flavors out there. Rayleigh listened, completely fascinated. She told him she knew he was scared Hellgate might follow him back to Earth, but he didn't have to be afraid, because even though Hellgate had hurt him badly, his heart was still intact. And from now on, no matter what happened, she was gonna protect it, as long as he let her try that ice cream he kept talking about. Then she told him she wasn't in love with him, but she loved him. And that's exactly why the very next day, Peter went to face Hellgate on his own, at the Stargate, so he wouldn't put his crew at risk. But when Hellgate inevitably beat him again, Rayleigh showed up to save him, because he'd promised her ice cream. And now they were heading to Earth, which meant she was finally going to taste it.